Hey guys, it's Raya, and today we will be doing things just a tiny bit differently, so let me explain some things before we get into the speed build. If you see the houses that I have here on the screen for you, I built these just I think a month or two ago, but I built them to blend in with the neighborhood around them. If you see that the garages match the garages on the opposite side, and the houses that you have here in front of you match that house that I'm circling in the right-hand corner over there. This Honestly, it very much felt in the moment like an HOA vibe. So when I made a joke like a few videos ago that maybe I should make an HOA neighborhood because it's not necessarily my vibe in my builds typically, and I should run it as if like anytime a sim is like mean to me or like we could just make up our own rules, they would have to be punished and maybe like locked in my little dungeon, and this is actually like an HOA prison. And I don't know. I thought that was like kind of funny, kind of like Stepford Wives energy. So I was like, why not? Maybe we do like a whole little series about it. Maybe we don't. Either way, building like a little tiny neighborhood like this was so much fun. And I did want to explain to you kind of the process and all of it because some of you are new builders, some of you are more experienced. Either way, I do use some tricks in this that maybe some people don't know. Like, you see how I'm placing the houses right now, and I am able to take the entire house and copy and paste it instead of doing it room by room. The little trick in that is to go through, and I'm sorry, you can only do this with like a one story at a time. You can do this like with multi-levels. You can just do one story at a time. So this works best if you just have like one story. I apologize. But what you do is you go through the house and you delete one wall from each room until the house is basically like one large room. Don't go through and delete all your walls or anything like that. Unless you want to change the layout, then go for it, obviously. But if you want the layout to be generally the same that you have it, and you want just like minor fixes, go through, delete one wall in each room, and that will make everything just like one large room. And that way you only have to go and copy, things like decks. Or I could have also done the same thing with the fireplaces that I have on the outside, but that made sense more for me to just take it over as a unit, in my opinion. It was just easier for me to do it that way versus having it attached to the house. So that is why I made that decision. But I want to share that because it is one of the ways that, this build was possible, because a few years ago I would have not realized that was a pretty easy way to copy and paste like an entire house without like going through and doing each room or something like that. I don't know why it would just not have computed to me. So those are kind of like little tricks and tips that you can like learn the longer that you play the game, or if you watch a lot of simmers like build and things like that. So that is one thing I wanted to share with you guys. If you are interested in doing something like this, you don't have to go through and build each house individually or even copy and paste each room individually. If you wanted the houses to be as similar as I wanted these to be, just build one of them, build two of them if you want to, just to have like a tiny bit of variety. That's actually what I did. I took my original lot, placed it here, went through, deleted a wall in each of those houses, and then I varied where the house is laid, just because I wanted that a little bit of variety, just as far as like the wood tones on the deck are different, the wood tones on the stairs are different, and some of the houses are 2 bedrooms, some of them are 1 bedroom, which we can go through and change if we want to together. Because I did only furnish 2 of these houses, I wanted to do some of this on camera with you guys, and I also thought maybe that we could decide based on who lives here with us, if we do go through with like making this a series, we could decorate the houses based on the personalities of the people that live here versus me just going through and decorating them however I feel fit. I am going to give you just a little bit of music to relax to now that I've explained some of my process here. We're going to be doing more of the exterior work, and then I think I might rejoin you closer to when we are actually decorating those first 2 houses. Okay, genuine guess. What movie do you think I saw before I did this build? Before I decorated it? Okay, if your answer was Barbie, you're right. Yes. I was in my divine feminine energy when doing this decoration, and I'm in love with it, okay? I'm living for the pink, I'm living for the purple, like the color scheme. I think it's so cute. Honestly, I don't know if it's just like my particular style or something, but I really love how that bed looks, like the color scheme against like that rug and everything. I just feel like it goes so well together. I could not have dreamed for like a little like a better little situation in that room. I just feel like it really matched the vibe that I was going for with like the living room and the kitchen all being kind of like, modern but feminine, pretty cute. I don't know, however you want to describe this look. I just feel like it all kind of flows well together while feeling kind of still like, I imagine somebody, I wouldn't say they're like super young or anything like that, but they're in their 20s, maybe they're like 26, 28 living here to where, they know who they are, they love their style, it makes them happy. This is their happy place, and they just like live like fully as themselves. Like I'm here for it. I'm very jealous of this person's home, and I would absolutely live here in a heartbeat, because as much as I was like a goth kid and that I still love the style and everything like that, I am not going to lie. I really enjoy color now that I'm older, and it really helps me, particularly in like the winter time. I get really bad seasonal depression, and we repainted our game room where I will spend like a lot of my time. We repainted it with this really bright green, like happy spring color. And I don't know if it was that or not, but I felt like my seasonal depression was just a little bit better. So I'm looking to recreate more of that energy in my own home. So when I do builds like this that are super colorful and like really like people are fully living like as themselves, I get like a little bit of a warm fuzzy feeling, because I feel like they don't give a crap if you like their house or not. They are so happy living there, and that's all that matters. Okay, so we are switching into the second build here. This one does have a child's room. I'm not sure if we did go through with like a series here, if we would have people having like their children live here or not. I mean, like typically in a roommate situation, they don't come with kids, but we could easily, have kids living here. That's just a quick fix on our end. But I just, I did have it initially as a children's room when I did these builds originally. So like I said, I wanted to keep it true to that, and at least have these first two houses not be the exact same as they are in the gallery if you were to download my inner circle build, but be similar enough that I use the exact same layout, and it has like the same kind of vibe, where that one was on the left is more of like a young single lady living there. This one is maybe like an older sister and a younger kid, or like a mom and their child, something of that nature, where it's just one adult and a child. And to be honest, it's more realistic to have it this way for those of you that are going to just download this build when it's totally done and use it as just a regular neighborhood. And instead of like a dungeon situation, whatever I'm gonna do with it, if you're gonna use it as a regular neighborhood, it's pretty normal for people to have children. So having some rooms that are already set up to be those, kids rooms, or even just like those smaller rooms where you can decorate themselves, it works. I think that it's more versatile for everybody, and until we can get some decisions made together, whether this is going to be maybe like a little series that we do, or if it's going to just be me uploading this and doing a bunch of different variations of builds through these houses, just so you guys could see how you could decorate the same exact space a bunch of different ways. We could keep the walls up how they already are, or I could tear the walls down and we could kind of start fresh. Whatever your guys' preference is, I'm more than happy to do either thing. I'm more than happy to like make an evil HOA neighborhood with you guys, and I'm more than happy to like decorate all of these in a way that like kind of just suits the Sims that we could imagine living there. If you guys have like requests, like, oh, please do one for a single Sim that, maybe is in like the comedy career, because maybe that's something that you and your Sim and like what you're doing in your own private gameplay, that's what you're doing. So maybe you want your Sim to live in a type of neighborhood like this, and you're like, hey, pick me. I can absolutely do that. And I would also love to. So if that's a route that we go, instead of doing something like a little mini series, I am more than happy to do it. But I am going to do all of that stuff like in another video. This is just going to be one video today where we just do the outside and these two builds here, and the rest of it will all be done in separate videos once I get just a little bit of feedback from you guys and we know the direction that we want to take it. If I don't get any feedback from the community, since I know I'm really new at simming, I will go ahead and start kind of like the HOA decoration portion of it, and I will probably have like a separate save, maybe a separate situation where I will eventually maybe take requests from you guys, and I will decorate each of the extra houses in a way that maybe suits like your sim and your personality, or even a storyline that you're trying to play out in your save game. So if there's anything like that, let me know in the comments below, and I am more than happy to do that stuff with you guys. I think it is so much fun to play around and do storylines in this game. So I think that like the creativity and the community behind the game is really what makes it. So I am more than happy to give back in ways like that. Please just let me know below, and I will definitely make it happen for you. We are almost finished here. I will probably just give you just a little bit of music to finish this out, because we are going to just finish decorating the bathroom, and we will wrap up the video until the next installment of decorating these or becoming an evil mastermind, whatever we decide. In the meantime, I really do appreciate you guys supporting me. Please let me know anything that you guys want to see below, any requests or anything that you guys have suggestion-wise for this neighborhood. Also, let me know below. If you guys enjoy my videos and this is the first that you've ever watched, you will see just a few more things at the end of this that maybe you'll like. So click on one of those, give another a watch, and I really do appreciate you guys. I hope you have such an amazing day. Thank you so much.